Hello all, my name is Piotr and I build rock guitars. Okay, so last time I created this template for the body so that I can precisely cut out the weight relief chambers. And now I think it's time to actually start on the body. Okay. So I was considering cutting the relief chambers first, but I decided to go with the outline first, cut it out, route it out, and then do the chambers, because I need to have a lot of surface to glue this main template on. If I go with chambers, I won't be left with much space here to glue the template on, and I really don't want it to move. So yeah, let's plan it out and see what happens. I'll start with the center line, which in this case is easy because it's a two-piece body. Yep. Second reason for cutting the body outline first is that I have a small pillet drill, and I want to reach into the cavities to hog out the most of the material with the Forstner bit, and with this material sticking at the end I will not be able to reach so far. I may not be able to reach it anyways, but it's better than if it was a whole thing. Right, so I need to align the center line, see if I'm happy with the wood around it. This guitar is going to have a binding, so I'm not too worried about this place, for example, where it's been damaged, and unfortunately wherever I place the template it still falls in the outline of the guitar, so I can't really avoid it, although maybe I could. Okay. Maybe I'll just do that. It's very straight, and now I can just draw it around. Okay. That's the outline. Now the issue I'm having is how to place this template on precisely. I can't really see the outline here, so I can't really judge by that. What I'm going to have to do is just measure this distance here at the end of the body and copy it over to this body blank and then place the template. So let's do that. This is 10 mils. Perfect. the other thing is that I don't have center line to measure by at this stage. So I need a second measurement somewhere, and I'm gonna measure this distance here, which is 55 mil, and that is perfect. Let's see, that'll be here. 55 mil. And now if I place it on the mark and line up this center line, I can find this mark here, and here I am. I've got this cavity now. If I trace it on, yep, it is perfect. I'll do that for all 4 cavities then. Okay. That's good. Now I can cut it out on the scroll saw and route it around. One thing that I mentioned last time was the distance between the edge of the cavity and the edge of the guitar, and I was considering using a guide bushing on the base of the router just to make slightly more space there. I read about the thin line Telecaster from Fender, and the space that they keep around the body, and it is chambered around on one side but around, is up to 9 mil. It's measured in miles, so when I convert it, it's up to 9 mil, so I'm not worried at all that 10 mil is going to be not strong enough, because it definitely will. So this stays as is. I just need to remember to add some wood here for the strap button, for the screw to go in. But other than that, the body is ready to run. We've got rain and a thunderstorm. Probably can hear it in the background. Not much I can do about it, unfortunately. Right, so I'm going to use it here. I'll check if it's square again. And the plan is to cut the short side first, so that the body blank is shorter, and it will be easier to maneuver around in this saw. First of all, we need to make sure it's square. Let's try first. Now that the the short side is cut. Oh, this is very light. This is beautiful. I can go around the body and cut it close to the line, not too close, I don't want to cross the line, but close enough so that the routing process is easy and the router bit does not struggle with too much material. Let's do that. Okay, well, I hope you can see it. That's the outline of the guitar. I'm going to cut this side now, but to do that I don't want to go in one motion. This is not a bandsaw, it's not as easy to work with as a bandsaw would be. So I want to cut relief cuts, a couple more, maybe 3, and then just go to those cuts so it's easier. Okay, so now the body is cut out. It's not perfect. It's, yeah, a few places I'll struggle with the router bit, but that's fine. Now I need to glue the template on. This one. And route the body out. Yeah, and I do that with masking tape and super glue because it works. And this is what I was saying about not having enough surface here to attach the template on. If I was to cut these relief chambers first, I wouldn't have all that wood to glue this masking tape onto. Okay, so I've got this little router table here with a big router bit. It's got a bearing on the bottom, and now I have a template glued onto the body. And this is set up in a way that this bearing will be riding on the template and cutting the body flush with the template. I've got my extraction hooked up to the router. This table comes with a fence and extraction bit, but it doesn't fit with all these tight curves, so I have to get rid of it. Let's see if it works. Of course, eye protection and a mask. I'm gonna buy a better mask, but for now this has to do. Okay, so as you can see, half of the thickness of the body is now routed flush with the template. I didn't have to change the router bit in the end here because it fitted in nicely. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change the bit for one that has a bearing on top, one like this, only slightly better. Let's get this done. So, since all this looks good, I think I'm ready to take the template off. And I can drill the weight relief cavities with the Forstner bit first, and then with the router bit using this template. Masking tape and super glue trick. Good trick. Okay, so this is a 32 mil, 31.8 mil Forstner bit, so it should go quite quickly. Okay, let's set it up. Okay, so this is set up with a depth stop in a way that will allow me to drill up to 12-13 mil deep cavity. I was measuring to the tip of the spike. I hate it when the cavity is drilled out and all it's left is little spikes. So I'm going to take the last bit with the router bit. And yeah, looks like I will reach everywhere with this pillow drill. Okay, let's take some goggles. Let's see what happens. Of course, remembering to leave this section off. I will start with it because I still remember. Okay, that should do. So this is the first cavity drilled. I'll chisel out the stuff that I can, and the rest will be cleaned up by the router bit. It's going to be pretty. Let's do the rest. Yeah, so I used this professional trick where you hit record on the camera and you move the camera around to the best position, and then when you actually want to capture the footage, you press it again so it stops recording. So all the rest of the footage for this video looks like this. But yeah, what I did was basically I drilled out the cavities. These cavities are not very deep. I'm gonna have to just route them out basically, which is fine. But let me show you what I did so far. So these cavities are drilled out, and I use my chisel to smooth out those corners. And there's always a chance when you use router bit that they will get ripped and take chunks of wood. So now I just need to pop the template on whoops, pop the template on and use the router bit with the bearing on top. So that router rides on the template, the bearing rides on the surface here, and the cutter takes the wood. Unfortunately for this video I will not have time to do that, but I'll do it as a first thing on the next one. And as I mentioned, this edge here and here is going to be fine as is. 10 mils is plenty enough. Thank you, Aaron, for checking that and confirming with your build. Fender also uses 9 mil, so yeah, that'll be plenty strong. Thank you for watching, and next time I'll route them out, route the channels, and maybe drill the cavities through. We'll see how it goes. Thank you so much. Love you, bye.